One. You lose.
Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video by me, FoxyNoTail, here on the truly Bedrock Season 3 survival server. And I've been a little bit of a busy fox outside of the video during a live stream. That's right, we did a live stream from here, and I caught many axolotls that I don't want, and I caught them not by accident, but I didn't want to catch them. And you might think, how can you catch that many axolotls if you didn't mean to? And basically, I built this indoor tree farm. I moved my tree farm that was up there on the surface down to here, so that basically when I chop them, all of the items go in here. But the problem is, it keeps spawning axolotls. So we're getting tons of axolotls come through this thing, and I have to keep catching them in a bucket. Well, I suppose I don't have to, but I just feel bad that they're sort of just hanging around and making a mess, really. So the other thing we did more things in the live stream. Can you believe it? We now have, as we go around the corner here, our favoritist villager in the world that sells mending books. Look at this, 26 emeralds for a mending book, and his friend here is selling sticks for emeralds. And now the tree farm has no trees in it, and I have 49 woods, which I can now turn into sticks. 49 woods gives just over 3 stacks of oak wood planks, which then in turn gives just over 6 stacks of sticks. Which really doesn't go all that far with our emerald villager, because that only gives us 12 emeralds, which is less than half of what we need to get a mending book. So yeah, it's not a quick process playing with villagers to get mending books, but as a result of those villagers, I now have mending. Oh, I need 2 more mending books, basically, to have the full set. So that's good news, at least. Now, the plan for today's episode actually has absolutely nothing to do with wood or trees or deep slate or anything like that. We're hopefully going to be meeting up with Mr. Slack Lizard to make ourselves a bone meal farm so that we can get lots and lots of the stuff that Zloy's playing with, basically moss and things like that. But Slack's not here at the minute, and with me having a reasonable number of diamonds and some sticks and some lapis and many, many levels that I got from Silent Whisperer's many good fixing furnace machine, I am going to attempt to make myself a Fortune 3 pickaxe because they're really, really important now. Oh, I got a really good pickaxe, but I don't want it. Oh, geez, I have to spend more diamonds. Use a grindstone. No, because look, if I put that one with that one, I get many efficiencies. Silk touch again? I don't want silk touch again. Ah! I got the same thing. I really want that to keep that one as well. That's a good pickaxe. Oh, jeez. Okay, this time, not silk touch, not unbreak. I mean, that is the best pickaxe I could possibly have got before 1.17. And I never got those on an enchantment table, and now I've got 2 of them in a row. Oh, there we go. Fortune 3. Just Fortune 3 now. Now, is there a way that we can combine those that's going to give us Fortune 3 Unbreaking 3 Efficiency 4? There is. I'm going to take that, which does remove our silk touch from that pickaxe, but that's absolutely fine. And we're going to call it Foxy's Lucky Pick. And the reason we want a fortune pickaxe is because all of these new ores that you get in the game, the iron, the gold, the diamonds, literally every single ore in the game now works with fortune instead of just putting it in a furnace. So as an example, I'm going to stack up on 32 blocks of iron ore, and I'm going to mine it with Fortune 3 whilst avoiding tree goats. And out of 32 blocks of iron, I have now got 61 raw iron, which is 61 ingots, which is nearly double what you used to get. So now all I got to do is basically smash all of my ores to bits to get all of the goodness out of them. I am going to keep a few of each type, though. That's unusual because I think they're pretty. So we're not going to smash into all of our diamonds, which is a shame, or all of our coppers, or well, all of anything really. So there we go. After a few of them scattered around a bit, I've collected them all, and we've got a stack of diamonds there, many copper, many iron, and some other bits as well, which is wonderful news. Okay, so I've now chopped down literally every single giant spruce tree at the top of our area in order to get enough sticks for Stickman. Please give me enough emeralds to be... Oh, you've run out of emeralds, haven't you? I knew you would do that. I knew you... Oh, you're so mean and stingy. Have I got enough to buy a book? Yes, just enough to buy 1 mending book. This is good news. Hello, sir. I'll just have the 1, please. Thank you very much. And of course, I'm going to put that on my nice, shiny, new pickaxe. Amazing. So I guess there's only one more thing to do this morning before Mr. Lizard gets here, and that is to go and find ourselves some ancient debris so that we can make all of our things nice and shiny and strong and efficient and good.
AFK account still on? Good AFK account. You keep doing AFK things.
What are they AFKing for?
Nothing?
If it's bones, I'm going to be really cross.
No, it's not bones. No, it's the AFK is not AFK in a witch farm. Okay. That's right, Toretto.
Why do you always do everything without me?
I'm just saying you haven't been on.
Yeah, but I wanted to be. I have only not been on because I have not been able to be on.
You're saying you've been a busy fox, is what you're trying to say.
That's a physical life impairment. It's not like choice. If I had a choice, I'd have already got 6 witch farms, Slack, and not told you about any of them, and built them above your house so all you can hear is ghasts. I mean, witches.
Huh? Okay, good talk, Foxy. Would you like me to bring you some rockets, though? Would that make you happy?
Yes, many.
Okay, all right. I need to fly over to Mr. AFK account. So I'm crafting up some rockets over here for us. I'm emphasizing us. That means when I show you the shulker box, it don't mean grab every one of them. That's not what I just said, Foxy.
That's very kind of you, Slack, making me a full shulker box with the rockets. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
That's not what I just said, Foxy.
That's why you're my best friend, Slack. This is exactly why you earned that title.
Really, you're gonna play the best friend card on me? Is that really what you're gonna do right now? You're gonna play the best friend card on me?
Yes,
we really haven't even began
you
yet.
as my best friend when you've just told me that you've made me a shulker box full of rockets. I'm over the moon, Slack. I can't wait to get back.
Good talk. Right, well, while I'm continuing to make you a shulker box of rockets, apparently, you want to tell the people what we plan on getting into today?
I've already told them, Slack, in my video. You should have been
here.
Well,
that's great. You told them for your video. Okay, all right. We'll start with something simple. We'll start with the fish farm then, right?
Okay.
Sounds good.
That seems too simple.
Yeah, it does seem too simple. Wait a minute. Got me talking to myself now.
Sorry. My bad.
I would like, before I do this, I would like if you would give me something of value. Okay? I need something of value.
Something of value.
Mm-hmm. Something of value. Mm-hmm.
As like an exchange for this shulker box full of many things.
Yes, I actually genuinely just crafted you a full shulker box of rockets.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Although this is more valuable to me, what I have in my hands now, honestly, genuinely, than a shulker box full of rockets. Okay, but I'm prepared to trade. Genuinely, it is.
All right. Okay. Let's see what I've been given. Oh, that's beautiful. You know what? In return, here you go. Look at that.
Yes.
See, for you.
This friends, Slack. It's friends.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Foxy.
Do you know how long that took to mine?
A long time, I imagine.
Yes.
A very, very long time.
Longer than it took your AFK account to wait for a few bits of gunpowder, yes.
Details. Potato, tomato, Foxy.
Indeed.
This way. Fancy, isn't it?
Did you make this all on your own?
Oh, yeah, it's state-of-the-art tunnel, man. You can't beat these kind of tunnels.
Yeah. I like the sunroof on it. It's good.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this bit. This bit's like, it looks like there's even no glass heaved, and it's so well slacked. Wow,
yeah,
I feel like that
really
gas could actually hit me if I was standing here. It feels so real. Wow, I can't believe you've done such a good job there, Slack. Such a good job. That honestly just feels like a cobblestone bridge across the Nether.
No.
Good job, Slack. Well
that's not what it is at all, Foxy. Why would you say that? I did tell you that when we're done, you can keep the remaining materials out of there. So if any of that iron or gold's left, you can have that. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
And there's a shulker box of glass.
Quick, put more in, Slack.
I'm good. That's good.
Yes, whatever's left in there, yes, I can keep it. Oh.
Well, we need magma.
Yes. Mini.
Many. Is there any around here? Do you see
No.
any yet?
Oh, yes, I see some down there.
Okay, let's go for it. We kind of need to pick a team name, don't we?
For Team 2? Team 2 best team?
Yeah. Team 2 best team.
Yes.
It doesn't quite roll off the tongue right, does it?
Well, it depends whose tongue you're using, I guess.
Oh!
Watch out for that
everything's
gas.
fine. Everything. I didn't jump and squeal like a girl. That was you.
No, I didn't hear you do that either.
Okay, good. Just don't put that in the episode, okay?
Of course not. No, I haven't been doing montages of all the stupid noises we've been making in all of my videos. No, not how I've been editing this season at all. So Slack and I set out to build a fish farm for Bones, and we set off with some rather crazy ideas because it seemed neither of us were really thinking straight that day. First of all, we decided between ourselves that Drowned would drop copper ingots without being killed by the player, and that they would spawn in caves, both of which is false. We also decided that squids would spawn in caves, which is not true, and a whole bunch of other things. We decided to build this entire thing over by the ocean monument that we previously raided, where we've actually got a drowned spawner farm, and we found a geode nearby in an ocean where it's not frozen, where water wouldn't freeze, and decided to build directly above that so that we can actually harvest crystals at the same time. Then Slack and I proceeded to work out the area that we needed to build in using the spawning spheres from my markers pack, and then we came up with a genius idea. We decided to do this whole thing on 2 levels. The top level would be open to the air, so it would spawn fish and squid, and the bottom level, because we're geniuses, would be closed underneath that, which would then spawn drowns and glow squids. Again, completely wrong, because drowns won't spawn with a block above their head, they are surface spawns, and glow squid won't spawn above Y63. So that idea was crazy, but we didn't know it yet. But then we came up with an even more genius idea. We didn't need to do the whole thing over 2 levels because tinted glass is now a thing in 1.17 that you make from amethyst shards and glass. So we decided if we just did 1 level and covered the entire thing with tinted glass, then fish and squid and drowns would spawn inside, but no glow squid, and that's the design we ended up wanting to go for. And then, because we like to bite off more than we can chew, we decided to build this thing 3 by 3 chunks, making it a total of 9 chunks, which of course we didn't have the resources for. Slack and I spent some time in a creative test world just making sure these things would work, and we found that drowns will not spawn on magma blocks, whereas fish and squid will. So we decided to go for a checkerboard style pattern, only then to discover that drowns will not path over a magma block because it considers it a danger block. They will, however, try and path between them, and when they pack spawn, they push themselves onto the magma blocks, so eventually if they do spawn, they will end up dying, thus giving us the items. Sadly though, not the items we wanted, i.e. the copper ingots and just loads of rotten flesh. Eventually we managed to build a full third of this thing, and we filled the entire thing with the tinted glass, and we built a super fast unloading system that we'd used in previous seasons, and it worked great. But at that point Slack had enough, he wasn't feeling very well, and he decided to go AFK for a while I decided to go do other things to gather enough resources to build a second third of this, making the whole thing twice as big as it was before. And then before I finished, the one other thing that I did whilst recording with Slack was to invent a fully automatic AFK amethyst shard farm, which I was pretty proud of. Okay, so back on Truly Bedrock, I've been away for a few minutes actually recording a tutorial on my Amethyst shard machine, which I've now improved as well, and I can see Slack has been AFK here for quite some time, and we now have a few tridents, quite a lot of ink sacs, and quite a lot of fish. So, that means 2 things. First of all, I can start working on my furnace array with all of the fish that's coming through there, and second of all, I need to work on A, mending my pickaxe, and B, building the second one of these, which means I'm going to need a whole bunch more gold and redstone, which means I really need to go mining. Which brings us pretty much full circle back to the beginning of the video where we made our Fortune 3 pickaxe, which is what I'm going to be using for mining. But before I do that, I actually want to build one of my Amethyst shard generators in here so that while Slack is AFK up there, I am actually collecting these things because, yeah, it's going to be useful just to be able to automate this to a certain degree. And here we go. It might not look like much, but we now have a fully automated Amethyst shard system, which I won't go into too much detail of because I'd quite like you to watch my tutorial video on it, which should already be out. There is one downside to this design, and that is the many, many mobs that have now spawned below me where I was while I built it. Because, yeah, didn't have any torches earlier when I was mining this area out. Jeez. Oh, that was quite painful. Ouch. Oh no, my sword was Curse of Vanishing, so I've lost my sword. Oh, well, I don't like using a sword in Minecraft anyway, so that's absolutely fine. That is a sign from above that we shouldn't have been using one anyway. I've got everything else. I'm going to go get out of here and go do mini mining with Fortune over at my base. Okay, so the next job I want to do very quickly is go back over to Silent Whisper's cheaty furnace array and steal some XP because things of mine need mending and all I got to do is flick that lever and take an item out of there to have it fully repaired and have 67 levels. This is good news. Okay, so the next part of my diabolical plan is going along swimmingly. You get it? Because it's fish? No. Okay, fine. Well, whatever. I put fish in a box, which are filtering through into a furnace, which is cooking things and putting them deep underground, and as a result, I am now generating many, many XP inside of there, which at some point in the not hopefully too distant future, we will have an epic, very, very many XP furnace, which is great. Okay, so I have now been mining for just over an hour, and as you can see, I've come about 1,200 blocks away from spawn in that direction, and I have gathered many, many items. This is not my jewel box, this is all the things I've just gathered right now, as well as a whole box worth of junk and some more junk. But this is actually very valuable junk because we need a lot of stone to be building the fish farm. So this is all really useful stuff. And now I've got enough redstone to get cracking on with the rest of the build, which is great. Well, I am back over at the squid/drown/fish farm, and Slack is no longer here. He was AFK for quite a while, but he's not here anymore. And good news is, we now have many, many, many more fish, and a lot of tridents as well, and a lot of rotten flesh and squids, ink, sacks, and bones, but no copper. So it must seem that copper is a player kill only drop, like I thought tridents were, but we've got a reasonable number of tridents in here. So here we go. I have now put in a complete second side to this thing. It's been running for about a minute or two, and you'll see I've done something slightly different. Because I've run out of dark glass, meaning we're not going to get too many drowns in here during the daytime, I have completely covered over this end, and that should spawn us quite a few glow squids because now it has a cap over it. As I said before, I'm a moron. Okay, so I've done a little bit of AFK, and I've also sat and watched this farm from various different angles. As you can see, I'm under the water, under where glow squids should be spawning, and I believe it is nighttime at the moment. If I can actually swim up, that would be handy. Can I swim up, please? Or am I going to be stuck in the floor? I'm stuck in the floor, apparently. Great. Well, anyway, yes, it's nighttime, and swimming over here, far enough away from where glow squids could spawn, you can see we're getting squid, but absolutely nothing at that other end at all. No glow squid and no axolotl, which made me think maybe we're too high up in the world, or maybe the fact that it's a solid block directly over water means that there's no air, so they won't spawn. That could be a thing, I suppose. Okay, so I've definitely figured out the problem here. If we look at the spawn rules for a glow squid, we'll see that there is a height filter that says they won't spawn above Y63, which means no matter what I do here, we're not going to get glow squid. So I've taken the roof away, and we're just going to leave it as a fish, squid, dolphin, and drowned farm, which is absolutely wonderful. And it's been running away, working perfectly, which means we're now getting plenty of things inside of there. And we've got many, many things inside of here. So that means I need to clear it all up and go and take all of my prizes home. Which sadly leads me to pretty much the end of today's episode. And yes, in my hands you can see I'm holding 4 nether stars. How did I get these nether stars, and how did I get this pickaxe, and how did I get this sword? Well, It was the Truly Bedrock stream weekend, the weekend that's just passed. I'm recording this on Monday. I went on Sunday and I did many chopping wither skeletons with this amazing sword which I got from my enchanting table. And then Slack and I went and killed a load of withers. And yes, you can see all of that back on my second channel on the VOD, which will be live in a couple of days' time from recording this video. So yeah, if you want to see how I got all of the wither skulls, then make sure you check that out. In the meantime, though, while all of that was going on, my amazing furnace system has been cooking many things, and as a result now, we actually do get quite a lot of XP from it. Bear in mind, I've already got 38 levels here. If I take an item out of there, you'll see I've gone up to 49 levels, so that's pretty good. That is enough now to mend all of my things, which is fantastic. And yeah, I do need more ancient debris though, because I only got enough originally at the beginning of this episode to make one pickaxe. And the reason I've done it on my fortune pickaxe is because I'm going to be using these beacons for mining. However, I'm going to need a whole lot more iron, and if I'm going to be making beacon bases, so I need to go mining for that as well. Jeez. On that note, I'm going to say thank you all very much for watching as usual. I really do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.